YouTube, what's going on? This is Kevin the Tech Ninja, and today I'm going to go over my cord cutting setup. I made a video just last week about the HDHomerun. A lot of people had questions about what's on my TV, so let's take a look right now. If you enjoy the old school strategy and RPG games of the 90s and 2000s, then you'll love Vikings. The game is not only about clan battles, nation versus nation combats is what's making the game truly outstanding. Know how to manage people, be a clan leader, and reign your empire. If you have the killer instinct, annihilate your enemies. If you're an economist, use your skills to build a prosperous city. Install the game right now, only using my links in the description below. And you get 200 gold and initial protection shield for supporting my channel. All right, so to kind of go over hardware really quick. So this is a Samsung KS8000 TV, 4K HDR 60-inch, really nice TV. I think it looks good. And I bought this right when I bought the house at the same time. And this is like my main TV that I use in the house. The hardware that's actually running everything is the NVIDIA Shield TV. And the reason I like the NVIDIA Shield TV is that it's very, very powerful for a set-top box, so it can handle these apps without a problem. You don't have that buffering issue. You don't have those apps that are very slow to open like you'll see with the Fire Stick. So NVIDIA Shield TV is really dope. I made 2 videos about it already. Links are in the description below if you want to check those out. So let's talk about the apps and kind of what we have in here. This first line is just things that you may be using or whatever like that. I don't really mess with that too much either. And then beneath that, we actually have our apps. These are apps that we put on the NVIDIA Shield TV. So we're gonna spend most of the time here in this video. So number one, obviously you have YouTube. It's self-explanatory what YouTube is, but since this is 4K HDR, you get some really, really nice looking videos. So let me come into here and click on a 4K video that looks really good. Here you go. So what you're gonna see this 4K, turn this down a little bit. So you're gonna see 4K video kicking in, and it looks really, really good on this TV. The NVIDIA Shield TV gives you that 4K access, and then you get videos that look really good. So I do like watching TV, watching YouTube on my actual TV versus watching it anywhere else. So it is a nice feature to have right here. Okay, back at the main screen here, we also have YouTube TV, which is something I've covered before, but YouTube TV just had a huge update. There's even more channels now, and the interface is even better. So let me show you how this works really quick here. And I think YouTube TV is actually the best legal cord cutting way to watch TV. So here's YouTube TV, it's $35 a month. And I believe it's good for 4 devices, maybe. I'm gonna actually have an update in the video telling you how many devices it works for. But as you can see here, it has top picks for you, things that are currently on that you may like. Resume watching things that you were watching, whether it's live or it was on their on-demand service. And we also have shows too, where you can actually go and just watch a show that's currently on right now. We have movies. These are movies you can just watch. So I can click on focus. I can click watch, and it actually watched the movie. So it does have this on-demand feature for movies that are actually on TV. It's a really nice service, and everything looks pretty good. I don't think it's coming in 1080p. It looks more like 720p, but I think overall it looks good. If you go to library, you have new episodes, so shows that you currently watch, any new episodes, it'll download it for you automatically. You have watch more, so if you watch something over and over again, it has more of it in here. Recordings, things that you've actually recorded. So right now I recorded this show, and I'm recording the Pistons game, Hunger Games, and Impractical Jokesters. And you can click on it and pop right into it whenever you want. And then you can also go ahead and rewind and fast forward anything that you've obviously recorded to. So as you can see here, I'm recording 3 shows at one time, and it's all being saved directly. And I can access this no matter what device I have. I can access this on my phone, access this on here, anything like that too. Also shows you what's coming on later on today, coming on tomorrow. So it's really nice. You also have shows. So shows you may like that are actually on their on-demand service. So I can click on America's Got Talent, and then I can actually watch it now. I can watch episode 24, episode 23. I can do that all right here, which is really nice. Yes, you're gonna have commercials that are non-skippable, but overall, it's just a nice DVR type service. And also you have unlimited storage too, so you don't have to worry about your DVR getting full, anything like that. It saves directly to it. Same goes with movies. sports, you can add a team and say, okay, this is my team. Then anytime they're playing, it'll notify you. You go under events and then you can see their next game available. You can click it and start watching it, or you can set it to record. I think YouTube TV is ahead of the competition as far as price and as far as features too. It's ahead of the competition, and I think it's the best legal cord cutting service out there. So back at the home screen, we do have Kodi and HDHomerun. I made a full video about HDHomerun already, so I'm not going to dig into that too far, but let me show you HDHomerun. Now what HDHomerun is, it's actually accessing your local TV. So for example, I have an antenna plugged into HDHomerun, so this is my local NBC channel. And what's nice about that is that obviously you get local stations. YouTube TV does not have all the local stations, they only have some. So right now I'm getting my local stations right here. So I have NBC, so I can see my local news at home, and I can go through everything. Anything that my antenna will get, I can get on here. So I can go to ABC, and I have local ABC, which is right here. And it actually looks really good. It's coming in 1080i, which is 1080 interlaced. And I think that actually does better with sports. It's a little bit faster refresh rate and it looks a lot better. They also have a DVR service and things like that. I don't subscribe to the DVR service, but it is $30 a year, and you get some pretty nice bang for your buck, as anything you put on there, you can then access this from HDHomerun, or you can access this from your phone. HDHomerun Quattro, the one that I'm using, is actually allowing you to watch it at 4 different locations at one time. So I can watch it here, upstairs on my phone, anywhere else, 4 locations at one time, and accessing the DVR too. So pretty cool service. If you're interested in more information about that, I have it linked down below too that you can check out. Okay, so here we have Kodi. I know there's been a lot of conversation online about Kodi. You probably know someone that has Kodi on their Fire Stick and things like that. Kodi is just a media player, and then there's plugins that enable people to do different things. You can have a plugin to watch anime shows, you can have a plugin to watch live TV, movies, and things like that. And there's tons of plugins out there. For legal purposes, I'm not gonna show you my whole setup for Kodi, but down below, there's resources, information, general information about Kodi. If you wanna go down that route, you can do that. But if you do go down that route, I do recommend having a VPN. There's a company called IPVanish. They make a great affordable VPN that is made for this purpose. And links down below, you can sign up for the VPN service, try it out for free. And that protects your connection. So if your ISP wants to know what you're doing, it will block them for knowing what you're doing on your Kodi or anything like that. So highly recommend using a VPN service, even if it's not IPVanish. I just recommend IPVanish. I use them personally and it works really great. All right, last but not least, we do have SETTV, which is an IPTV service. A lot of people may have questions about IPTV services, a lot of debate about it, but this service I specifically use is one that I've been using for quite a long time, and for me, it actually works pretty well. If you're uncomfortable using IPTV, which I understand, then YouTube TV would probably be the best solution for you. And as I said before, VPN services are out there that can just encrypt your connection, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. But let me kind of go over SETTV for you and talk about it. As I said, it's IPTV. You have 500 channels, including movies and things like that. And it's just a really smooth interface. For 25 bucks a month, you get access on 3 devices. And just like anything else, you have a guide. You can go through your guide and you can go through your channels just like this. It's a very simple interface. You know, just after a couple minutes, you can learn how to use it. And it actually comes in generally pretty well. Now you will have some issues with channels being offline. You may have some tiling here and there, and I believe it's 720p. So it's definitely not perfect, but it's a very easy setup to use, and it's the best bang for your buck to do it. The installation process, I wouldn't say is super straightforward either. So down below, I have a link to sign up for SETTV and also how to get it installed on your device. But you can put it on your phone, you can put it on your tablet, you can put it on your Fire Stick, anything like that. And yeah, I really like it. It also has on-demand services too, where you can watch the shows on demand. Doesn't have a DVR or anything like that. But to me, it's just a very nice IPTV service that that you can use to watch 500 channels. And I guess just a few odds and ends at the very end, we have Amazon Video and also Netflix. You guys are very familiar with those. I think Amazon Video, their picture is a little bit better. Their 4K HDR, I think, looks a lot better than Netflix, but I do have both of those as well. Amazon Video comes with Amazon Prime, so I don't consider that a charge, but Netflix is $12.99 a month for the service I have. But overall, if you're paying $35 and then you're paying, let's say $14, you're still way under what it'll cost you to actually have a cable service. So in my opinion, I think this setup is actually allowing me to spend less money and get more value back compared to just going with traditional service that I would have, which what I was paying before with internet and TV, I was paying around $190 a month to $150 a month, depending on my package. With this setup, I'm paying far less than that. And in my opinion, I'm getting more channels, more bang for my buck, and also access to DVR. Anyways, guys, that is my TV setup. Thank you so much for sticking around. If you have any questions, leave it down below. I will try my best to answer it. And also everything I talked about will be linked down below as well. Anyways, guys, have yourself a great day, and I'll talk to you guys later.